Greetings people, Paul here at Greenshire Homestead doing a video on what kind of power we've gotten from our wind turbine, and that's the Falcon 1600 watt turbine from Missouri Wind and Solar, and it is wired up to a control panel in the basement and a Midnight Classic 250 charge controller. Unfortunately, the turbine is not putting out enough power to charge my batteries. That's why I got it, and it's not working that way. It is helping out in that it is, as it's spinning and putting power into the battery rack, as the batteries are discharging, it's slowing down the rate of discharge of the batteries. Unfortunately, it's only slowing that discharge down by about 10%, so that's just not worth the money and the effort that went into installing the turbine. I do have a generator with the EG4 charge inverter, and that has been very successful at helping keeping my batteries charged. I don't use it that often, and when I do use it, I'm only using about a gallon and a half of propane, and propane's only $1.55 a gallon. And the $2,300 that I spent for the turbine and the control board and all that would have bought a heck of a lot of propane at $1.55 a gallon. So as far as numbers, the Midnight Classic tells me how much power it took in overnight, and the highest number I've seen is 23 amp hours of power put into the battery rack, and then on down to about 3 amp hours. So last night we got 17 amp hours. Right now we're in mid-January. Today's, it's like the 17th of January or something like that. But you know, going through November, December, and the first half of January, that's been the biggest number I've seen is 23 amp hours, and that 10% reduction in the discharge is just not worth the money. So I'm not going to scrap the turbine. It is providing me some, amount. Although it's insignificant, it is giving me a little bit of power, and I do think it looks kind of cool up there. But when it does wear out, I'm not going to replace it. I'm going to pull it down, drop that pole out, and patch the roof. So a lot of you said that was the results I was going to get, and you were right. But a guy's got to give it a try for himself. I'm gonna say it was a bust. If you got a larger turbine and put it on a taller pole, you would probably have much more success. That's only about 30 feet off the ground, and like I said, it's only a 16 watt turbine, but I only gave $2,300 for it. You're going to spend a lot more money on a larger system. So I'm going to increase my solar to help with the air conditioning in the summertime, but other than that, we're doing just fine. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time at Greenshire.